genius. He's a magician on that pitch. And, he can do special things with the football.
Oh, incredible, honestly, an absolute nightmare to play against, I must say. And thankfully I don't have to play against him every week.
But I think he's a player that he's really humble. He's a really nice person. And that's without talking about his talent on the field.
Every time you turn the TV on, he scores 2 goals standard.
Hello, and welcome to my video on polymers in football. To start off with, I will talk about the basics of polymers. A polymer can be defined as a large molecule made by linking repeating units, known as monomers. As polymers are very large molecules, they are drawn as a repeating unit surrounded by brackets, with the little letter N next to them. The N represents the number of monomers in this chain. There are 2 different ways polymers can be made. The first is chain growth polymerization. In chain growth polymerization, monomers are added one by one to the end of a growing polymer chain. The length of the polymer chain grows linearly as the monomer is used up. All chain growth polymerization shares the same 3 steps. Initiation. This is the first step when a reactive species is formed and reacts with a monomer to form a reactive polymer. Propagation. This is the second step, and this is when the reactive polymer continues to react with more monomers to make the chain longer. And finally, termination. This is when the reactive end group of the polymer is deactivated, so polymerization stops. The 3 main methods of chain growth polymerization are free radical, cationic, and anionic. The second way polymers could be made is step growth polymerization. In step growth, all species can join to form longer chains, not just monomers. This is due to both monomers and growing chains having reactive groups. Polyvinyl chloride, PVC, is used in the footballs used at a recreational level. This is due to PVC being far cheaper to use compared to the alternative thermosetting polyurethane option. However, PVC is not as good for overall performance of the football as alternatives offer other advantages. For example, polyurethane performs well in categories like wear resistance, tear resistance, elasticity, and does not harden or soften when experiencing slight changes in temperature. PVC is formed from the monomer chlorurethane and is made using free radical polymerization. The first step is initiation. An idyllic initiator will be stable at room temperature and break down when treated with heat or UV light. The initiator for the PVC mechanism is formed from the breakdown of the oxygen-oxygen bond in benzoyl peroxide under heat or UV radiation to form a free radical. This free radical then attacks the alkene bond in chlorurethane to form a free radical that is on the carbon highlighted on the diagram. The second step is propagation. This is where monomers of chlorurethane will react with the carbon due to the free radical at the end of the polymer chain. This occurs at around 325 Kelvin to 350 Kelvin at a pressure of 13 atmospheres so that the monomer is a liquid. Propagation will continue and create a polymer of a very long length until termination. The final step of the formation of PVC is termination. This can occur through 2 ways, either chain combination, where 2 different polymer chains form a bond from the 2 free radical carbons, or disproportionation, where the 2 free radicals react to form 1 alkane ending polymer and 1 alkene ending polymer. A football kit contains many different polymers to allow the players to play to the best of their ability. These polymers include elastane, which adds strength and elasticity to the football kit. Polyesters such as cotton and polyethylene terephthalate, which allow the top to be lightweight, resistant to creasing, and absorbs a very little amount of water, so when raining, as little as possible weight is added to the shirt. Carbon fibre is a long and thin sheet of graphite. It is a very strong polymer, however, it is far lighter to any strength equivalents like steel. This makes it very important in football boots, as it allows players to be fast and quickly move in any direction without being weighed down. Carbon fibre is made from a different polymer called polyacrylonitrile, and this is heated at extremely high temperatures where dehydrogenation and fusion occur. Thank you for listening.